My name is Andy Nichols, and my law firm has been getting an increased volume of phone calls from individuals who believe they have been exposed to COVID-19 at work, as well as from employers who are looking to try and minimize the risk of exposure to their employees in the workplace. Right now, approximately 30 states have enacted legislation or have attempted to enact legislation that says COVID-19 diagnoses are presumed to be work-related if the employee falls within a certain category of employment. For example, public safety, health care, and essential workers. Now, here are three things that an individual who gets a COVID diagnosis and believes they received COVID through a work exposure need to do. And here are three things that an employer should be thinking about doing to minimize exposure to their employees. By no means are these exhaustive lists, but just a couple of pointers. If you think you were exposed to COVID at work and you get a diagnosis, you need to report that immediately to a supervisor and give them as much detail as you can about how and when you think you were exposed. Number two, if you seek out medical treatment because of your COVID diagnosis, let the doctor or healthcare provider know that you believe this occurred through a workplace exposure. Documentation early on in the process is going to be beneficial for you if your case has to move through the workers' compensation system or the courts. Number three, call an attorney. Wherever you live, there are going to be a lot of very good workers' compensation attorneys that represent employees and injured workers. Reach out to them so they can help you navigate this process. If you're an employer, here are three things to keep in mind as well. Have a process for cleaning and sanitizing workspaces and areas in your office where you may have clients or customers or visitors come into. Number two, if your state requires masks, make sure that everyone in your office is wearing a mask when they are away from their individual workspace, and make sure that all visitors, clients, customers to your workspace and office wear masks as well. Number three, to the extent you can, minimize face-to-face interaction with clients, customers through Zoom, FaceTime, any other number of virtual meeting options available to you. The less exposure you have to the public, the less likely it is that an employee can argue that they were exposed to COVID-19 in the workplace.